Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. What a great simple. My name is Jasmine, aka Sunfire. How y'all doing? I hope you all are doing well. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. Um, if you like the content that I'm creating, hit that like button. If you like to join the family, hit that subscribe button. Before I get started, I'm gonna do something a little different. All right. By the way, when I did chapter 12, book 12, a lot of it got cut out. A lot of crucial information got cut out that reading. Not by my hands, though. Alright. Oh, Lord, my God.
Battery is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
Wow, really? Oh, Lord, my God, in you I put my trust. Save me from all those who persecute me and deliver me, lest they tear me like a lion, rendering me in pieces, where there is none to deliver. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is iniquity in my hands, if I have repaid evil to him who was a piece of me, or have plundered my enemy without cause, let the enemy pursue me and overtake me. Yes, let him trample my life to the earth and lay my honor in the dust. Selah. Arise, O Lord, in your anger. Lift yourself up because of the rage of my enemies. Rise up for me to the judgment you have commanded. So the congregation of the people shall surround you. For their sake, therefore, return on high. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to my integrity within me. O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous God tests the hearts of minds. The hearts and minds. My defense is of God, who saved the upright in heart. God is a just judge, and God is angry with the wicked every day. If he does not turn back, he will sharpen his sword, his bend. He bends his bow and make it ready, for he prepares for himself instruments of death. He makes his arrows into fiery shafts. Behold, the wicked brings forth iniquities. Yes, he conveys trouble and brings forth falsehood. He made a pit and dug it out, and he's fallen into the ditch which he made. His trouble shall return upon his own head, and the violent dealings shall come down on his own crown. I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and I will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Amen. All right, the Most High has been showing me peace and blessings. The Most High has been showing me visions of a masculine with a voodoo doll, right? And he's got this voodoo doll, and he's burning one. He's burning the left hand, and then he's trying to break the right hand, and then he's even gone so far as to biting it on the right shoulder. He's angry at whoever this voodoo doll is crafted after. He's very angry. He's sitting there. He's emotional, and he's just taking his anger and frustration out. on this voodoo doll. But it's not working like he wanted to. Okay? So the Most High is like, if you've been feeling like something's biting you and burning you, and like your wrist or your hand is being crushed or broken, pray that prayer right there, Psalm 7, over your enemies, okay? Over your enemies. It's a prayer of protection to get the Most High moving in your favor, okay? But this man, he's a warlock, you know. He's angry because he's being exposed. He's angry because everybody's starting to see him for the charlatan that he is. And he's angry because he's jealous of a woman. A woman, of all things. A woman who stands in her truth, her authenticity, and a woman who does not attack anyone without just cause. So he's jealous because he cannot emanate her energy. He's not as, per se, talented as she is. So he has to do everything possible to tear her down. It's sad. It's a sad day when a man conspires to tear down a woman because he can't look like her, be like her, do what she does. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, you can. And that's what he's mad about. Ooh. He thinks everybody is smiling with him, but they're really smiling at him. He wants her not to be confident in who she is and what she's doing. But as my speaker keeps saying, his battery is running low. By the way, you only have like 10 ancestors that's helping you now. They're trickling off their totem pole. They don't want no parts of it because the individual that you keep attacking is somebody that's highly protected by the Most High God. Okay? So, you know, your ancestors are trying to get you to stop. They've been warning you like, hey, bro, just give it up, you know. Focus on you. Quit focusing on her. Do what you do. And maybe, you know, the Most High grant you favor again. But no. Jealousy and envy. It's a deadly demon, you know. Those demons, they hard to get rid of if you don't know how. Especially when you're too busy looking outward instead of inward. Now, day before yesterday, I did a reading. Some truths came out, and they cut those truths out, the reading. About they might cut it out this reading too. But they cut out the fact that the Jonas Brothers did not invent the airplane that the Egyptians did. That they actually have a real model of an airplane that the Egyptians created locked up in a vault somewhere. That was cut out of the reading. I did book of the prophets 12. Now, I also was brought up in that reading that Egypt is holy land, and the archaeologists, and it's funny, I said it the same way I said it in that reading. The archaeologists is desecrating holy ground. They cut that out the reading too. It was juicy too, y'all.
Battery is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
So if you're present and you're getting to hear this, well, they may cut it out again. But the Most High was adamant about me repeating what he said, had me saying that first reading. So there you have it. The Jonas Brothers was alive. They did not create shit. He thought it was peculiar that they actually left a part in there about Lot's wife. But anyway, but they took those two tidbits out, you know, because they did not want people to raise a sin about them over there desecrating the Holy Land, all right, and defiling it. They may cut me out. We'll see how far they let me go tonight. But, they only block out the truth, y'all. So they ought to tell you something. Especially the truth they don't want coming out. All right. Is there any more challenges before I start reading? Channel some more? Okay. I remember when I was 25 years old, I lived in a gang-ridden neighborhood. And it's one particular day, my son's father come running in the house and said, they shooting. And I was like, well, for real? And he's like, get down. So I grab my kids, we get down, right? But my front door is still open. And then I hear somebody scream, and my kid's father at the time, he gets up and he looks out the door. The shooting had stopped. And he was like, somebody on the ground. So I go out, and when I get out there, there's this young lady laying on the ground. I had just bought some brand new bath towels. Everybody's walking past her. Nobody's stopping. So I go down the steps and I go down to her, and she's breathing, barely breathing. She had been hitting her head and in her neck area. And my son, he comes down. He was 3 years old, and I was telling his dad to get him back. And she's just bleeding. I said, go grab the towels. My son, he goes up. He runs up. He was 3 years old. He runs upstairs and he grabbed my brand new towels. And he gives them to me. And I put them on her. And all I could do was pray over her and tell her she's going to be okay. And I hope she make it. To just relax. He kept asking me, what is her name? Say her name. Tell me your name. That's what I kept asking her. Keeping her alert. Until somebody finally called the ambulance, and the ambulance came and they retrieved her. I got a strange feeling I've crossed paths with that girl. I never knew what happened to her. But I got a feeling I found her. And I don't know if I'm right about it, but I'm going to trust my hunches on it. I reached out to her, so I hope she responds back. It would be a blessing to know that she survived.
Please charge as soon as possible.
That incident. I say that because a lot of times we could be in situations where we see things, but we don't want to get involved. But you might be called to get involved sometimes. You may be called to put an injustice or help someone, stop an injustice or help somebody in need. So make sure you're paying attention when God is testing you. I hope I passed my test. I hope I helped that girl survive. She fell right in front of my house. Of all places she could have fell. She fell right in front of my house. And all my neighbors looked and watched, and nobody did nothing. And they was downstairs, and they just sitting there looking. I jumped into action, and I held her together till the ambulance got there. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her, but I think I found her. So I'm hoping I have. If not, then I still hope that she survived. I don't know her name because she never said her name. She was too busy screaming, and I took that as, okay, you're screaming. That's a sign that you're still alive. So, hey, it's going to be okay. She just kept saying, it hurt. I know you're going to be okay. The ambulance is on the way. They're coming. So when you put to the test, make sure you're ready to jump into action. It's crazy because I don't know why the Most High put that on my heart today. But I saw a video. I'm not turn that thing off because it's starting to annoy me. And that's this warlock's energy. He's annoying like that. I mean, he's so annoyed with you to the point where he's just throwing magic back to back, back to back, back to back, and his batteries is running low. His magic is weakening and dwindling, and he's mad because it ain't working. You know, it's not. I've even seen him sewing up the doll's mouth because he wants you to shut up. You know, and it pisses him off because you still ain't shutting up. He wants you to shut up because he don't want to face the reality that he's being spiritually blocked, that his ancestors is turning their back on him, that his magic is waning, his battery is low. He's been warned to stop countless of times. You know, I guess some people don't believe fat meat greasy, right? So, in due time, in due season, judgment shall fall upon you. Well, it already has, but you know, you'll see it and feel it sooner or later. All right. Somebody could be meditating right now, taking deep breaths, trying to calm your energy. I did pick up on some frustrated energy earlier as well. Somebody emotional, crying. I don't know what's going on, but somebody is emotionally upset. I kept hearing a lot of regret. I can't believe I did her that way. There's two more masculines I picked up on this field.
Battery is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
Yeah, they feeling low right now because they're waking up to how they treated someone that didn't deserve the way they treated them. These masculines don't realize that they was under a spell. Somebody cast some type of incantation over them to make them treat that individual the way that they did. So the guilt you're carrying, you was basically put to sleep. You know, somebody did spell work over you to make you fall asleep, and not sleep far as naturally sleep, but as in mentally, not realizing your action as if you was being controlled by the energy that they had cast over you, to make you basically treat somebody less than what they deserve because they didn't like them and they didn't want either you going towards them. Okay, and then somebody else was casting because there's oh gosh, there's somebody else casting. Damn, somebody else is casting because they feel like they don't want nobody having this individual but them. Okay, so there is a feminine energy who you may have had lovers turn their back on you or treat you less than you deserve. There's somebody throwing magic over your love life. Anybody that holds love in your heart, their heart for you, they're being made to look at you in a negative, like a repellent. The magic is repelling them away. Okay, what it was, should I say? It was repelling them away. Also, and there was a female.
Battery is low.
Yeah, who was very low vibrational. That did some real low down shit actually. Who didn't want to see a masculine come towards you. So I feel like these masculines got hit when it's three individuals throwing magic. Damn. On the same two masculines. Shit. So there's an ex that don't want nobody to have you throwing magic on your love life. And then for one masculine, there's a female that did some low down dirty shit, very low vibrational, don't want to see him with you. So she cast a repellent, you know what I'm saying, to make him repel or be repelled by your energy, repulsed by your energy, to make him say or do things that was unbecoming of how he truly felt of you. And then there's another masculine who's finna find out that somebody he would never imagine have done some things like that has actually went to a practitioner to do a love spell on him, okay? To make him not go towards the individual he has love for. Goodness. But all those spells have been broken. They're no longer working. Somebody's been heavily praying, okay? And praying over the ones that they have love for. So if you have a loved one, and you, especially if you're twin flames and you have not came into union, send a prayer out. Get in the book of Psalms and find some prayers. I can give you a few that will pray over your situation. You know what I'm saying? Speak life over your situation, protection over your situation. Okay? The book of Psalms is a powerful book of prayers. Okay? Whew. For protection. All types of protection. You know? The one I just did, Psalm 7, that's to bring judgment on your enemies. There's another one to protect your loved ones, I felt was very powerful. I believe it was Psalms 21 or Psalms 91. To protect your loved ones from people doing evil, magic, or anything towards them, harm them, or anything like that. That's another powerful Psalms to pray over your situation, to pray for your person.
Battery is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
Yeah, because so whatever work that's being done on your person, once you speak that protection over your person, whatever they had over them, it becomes weak. It's low. It don't work. I'm gonna use the speaker as spirit speaking, because it said it right when I was getting ready to say it. So hey, all right, it weakens whatever they cast over you. Okay, but you got to have faith that it's working. If you do know how to spiritually protect yourself, use that. You know. Me myself, I have been doing a lot of spirits. Yesterday, that's why I didn't do a reading, because I was busy protecting myself over here. Because I've been feeling a whole lot of energy being thrown my way, casting and some more shit. Yeah, I sent them reversals out. I'm good at sending these reversals out. I'm gonna keep sending them out too. So every time y'all keep sending this shit my way, I'm gonna send it right back to you. With a force of lightning behind it. Pow! You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hit you just like it. Okay? I ain't playing. You know, I'm not out here playing with folks. I don't bother nobody. I stay in my own goddamn lane. I say what I'm guided to say, and I keep it pushing. But you know, if you want to attack me, I can easily throw that shit right back at you. Okay? Sticks and stones do not break my bones, and words don't either. So motherfuck you. All right. Let's see. What else, Most High? Trust yourself, with what you're creating to protect yourself. The more you create it yourself, the more power it has. Okay. I don't rely on books. I trust my spirit. Um, you know, I might look up meanings of things, my tools that I'm using, but other than that, I put it together, use my own
Battery is low.
creativity.
Please charge as soon as possible.
I use my own creativity to throw that low ass energy right back to that individual that brought it to me. And so far, my shit's been working. So, I have had good results. Um, so if I was y'all and you're being attacked spiritually, if you are being spiritually attacked, here's a Psalm 3. Psalms 91 is for protection. This emphasizes seeking refuge and trusting in God, shield against spiritual battles. So if you're going through a spiritual battle, that's more so like something of your own doing that you're having to, work your way through. Say if you got addictions, you know what I'm saying? Some type of addictions or something that you find it hard to cut yourself loose from. That's a good one. Psalms 35, a prayer for vindication, pleading with God to fight against those who strive to an attack. So if you are being gang stalked, hello, if you are being gang stalked, if people are trying to desecrate your, assassinate your character, um, that's a good one. Psalms 35. Um, if you feel like, if you say like you doing like me and you fighting back, people are spiritually attacking you and you are fighting back. Psalms 27 is a good one. Um, and expresses confidence in his God's deliverance and call his light and salvation from whom there should be no fear. So if you're fighting back against those that's tossing energy your way, that's a good one to speak over yourself and your situation. Okay? That's just a few of them. I ain't gonna give you all my pearls. But back to those two masculines. The guilt you're feeling because of the way you treated a divine feminine. Um, yes, you have to take accountability for it, but do you have to wear that guilt? No. You did say and do whatever you did, but you was under the influence of an incantation that was placed on you. Okay, that's why I say you don't have to carry that guilt. But there's nothing wrong with apologizing because even though you may have been under the influence of some type of incantation, somebody spoke over you. I done told y'all masculines about shaving your hair and leaving it everywhere. Okay. People get a hold of your hair and they can do all kinds of shit to you. All they need is something that belongs to you. You got an item holds your energy. You worn it, or an old T-shirt, or socks, or a pair of drawers. It don't matter what it is. Whatever it is, you need to keep your belongings out of reach of those that might. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust nobody. If it ain't my children, I don't leave nothing personal around nobody else. Okay? Um, Stop being so trustworthy with your personal effects. Secure those type of
Battery
things.
is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
Especially things that have sentimental value. Okay? Especially things that have sentimental sentimental value. Okay? You don't want a karmic that's playing around in magic to get a hold of those type of things. Your hair, like your underwear, stuff like that. You don't want them getting a hold of those type of things. All right. If you've been missing some things like that, if you're missing objects, okay, excuse me, confirmation. If you're missing objects, and oh goodness, here we go. If you're missing objects, and I reverse that energy right back to sender. If you're missing objects, and somebody don't want me to tell y'all this, to see I keep getting interrupted. But thank you for letting me know, Most High. He gave me heads up with the burp. Okay. But if you're missing objects, look into doing a cord cutting with that object. Okay. Don't even worry about trying to find it, because the more you try to find it, the more energy you put in it. Okay, and the more power you give your enemy. So therefore, do a cord cutting. How do you do a cord cutting? It's really simple, actually. You just get you a piece of rope or twine and 2 black candles. Okay, you write your name and whatever that object is, and write out your intention, on the candle, stating what you want to do. On your candle, you want to cut where your name is. I want to release all attachments, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, to this object on the opposite candle. Wrap the cord around the candles.
Low. Please charge as soon as possible.
Wrap the cord around the candles, and then light each candle at the same time. And when that rope burns and breaks, boom, you are released from it. Forget it, let it go, toss that shit out. Okay? Toss it out when you're done. But make sure on your candle you're stating your intention. On the opposite candle, you're putting that object that's missing. Okay? And do a cord cutting with objects that you have misplaced or no longer can find, and you feel like somebody may be spiritually attacking you through magic, or feel like you've been pulled and controlled against your will. Okay? That is somebody doing magic over you. They may even they'll create a voodoo doll with this object, okay? Or put it inside an object and to control you mentally, spiritually, okay? If you don't know what it's like to be controlled by a voodoo doll, I'm going to tell you, it's like you have no control over your physical body. Your mind is, clear. You see what you're doing, but you're grabbing things, you're doing things. It's like somebody take a piece of rope tied around your wrist and on your feet, and they're moving you around without your permission, okay? That's what a voodoo doll can do, especially somebody that know what they're doing, okay? So make sure you're protecting yourselves. Do those cord cutting, especially if you lost an object or something of yours that's sentimental or health. If you even think somebody got a hold of your hair, you know what I'm saying? Right on that candle, any hair that I may have lost, misplaced, or was stolen from my head. Here's what I'm saying. I release my attachment to it. I sever my energy from that, because it carries an energetic cord. Okay? If you're creative like me, spirit likes creativity more than anything. If you don't have a black candle, get you a piece of paper, a black crayon, and visualize that spiritual candle, that cord. Okay? You just got to believe in it. Anything you put energy into, it especially spiritually, spirit will honor it. Your ancestors will honor it the same as if you got a true black candle, okay? They love when you're kid-like, okay? The more you're kid-like with your creativity, with your protection, the better and more powerful it is. Make it your own, okay? But trust yourself. You'll know that you'll feel a shift in your energy if it works. But you need to do, if you don't know how to do a cord cutting, then I suggest you, If you don't feel safe enough doing it yourself, go to someone who knows how to do it, okay? That you could trust. I wouldn't trust everybody with my work. That's why I don't go to practitioners. I learned to do it myself because the last time I let a practitioner do something for me, I think they threw a monkey wrench in the sauce. You see what I'm saying? Cause the shit it was like, whoa, okay. I was making a protection candle, and she threw some shit on there, extra shit on there that I did not ask for, and it did some shit, and I was like, okay. That worked, but then it backfired at the same time. Like she put a boomerang on it. All right. So yeah, I don't let nobody do my work for me. I do it myself. So if
The
y'all
battery is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
if y'all are needing help with protection, I do believe my email is in my inbox. I mean, in my description box on my page. If you need help with protection, you can hit me up. All right, and we can discuss what needs to be done. That is what I'm offering to people: spiritual protection. Okay. I am not doing readings. It takes too much of my energy. My energy is sacred, so no, I'm not doing personal readings. Um, what else must I? I'm creating a protection book for y'all too. That you remember the Most High said I'm supposed to write a book. That's what I've been doing. A book of protection. Okay? Not to harm anyone, but to protect yourself. And the shit's powerful, y'all. I'm telling you, the shit's powerful. Um, the other day I woke up, I guess somebody was trying to break my knee. The Most High let me feel it, right? And I'm like, I ain't done nothing for my knee to be hurt. And that mother felt like it had been flipped back the other way around and some more shit. I was like, what the hell? So I was like, Most High, am I being attacked? He's like, yeah. I was like, because at first I thought it was my arthritis. Nope. Somebody was spiritually attacking me, trying to break my damn leg. You know?
Battery is low.
Yeah, it didn't work though. You know what I'm saying? It did not work at all. So I was just like, okay, bro. Okay, sis. I see what you're doing. And I heard him sit that reversal right back. My knee stopped hurting instantly. Yeah. So, y'all see a motherfucker walk around here limping. They right leg, they right knee fucked up. All right. Well, you know who did. But anyway. Anything else, Most High? There's somebody who is extremely tired. I feel a fractured energy, like your energy is pulled everywhere. Okay, maybe you got too many people around you, or you deal with a lot of people each day, and you're always feeling drained. Once you're done, when you go home, you're drained. This is a spiritual attack on you, okay? You need to learn how to protect your energy and shield your energy. If you're always tired and drained, especially, I don't know if this is work or a friend group you go around, or it could even be family, but you're like super fucking drained after you encounter these individuals. Okay? You got a bunch of energy vampires around you. So you need to learn how to shield your energy. Get you some black tourmaline. Okay? Get you some some amethyst or clear quartz. Keep it on you to help keep your mind clear and protect you from psychic attacks. The tourmaline wards off evil. You could buy even a little satchel. Uh, it's, um, it's a name for it. I can't think of it right now. I used to have one. I need to make me another one. But it's a little pouch, and you can put these crystals in it, and you can. I put salt in mine. I put that that volcanic salt in there. What is it? Himalayan pink salt. Yeah, because that volcanic rock. It also produces negative ions, which is good for your energy field and your aura. Okay. Um, Maybe you need to start taking you some spiritual baths as well after you encounter these people. It will help shield your energy. If you know you ain't got, say like,
I'll come back with your fork.
okay, thank you, baby. Say like you have to go around these people, okay? Um, the best way you can protect yourself is to start taking you spiritual baths. You know, um, get you some Florida water, um, whatever you. I say trust your spirit. Your spirit will guide you to what you need when it comes to essential oils. Okay. Um, yeah. Um, I used to do frankincense or myrrh or rose. Um, it's all about your intention too that you want to set for this bath. You know, I pray over my bath water before I get in. Um, and I do three. Everything is in three. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Everything is done in threes. Um, Set your intention before you get in, and then set your your intention for what you want to happen once it's done. Okay? When you step out of that, what are you stepping into? You feel me? Okay? Get you a white candle. And normally when I'm in the bath, I'm either chanting or I'm meditating. Clearing the energy, giving my body permission to release anything that needs to be released, okay? So if you find yourself in a tub crying, then that's what needed to be released, you know? Or if you find yourself in deep thought about something, then that needed to be released. Just allow it and let it go with the flow of it, okay? Um, if you normally take baths, then you know what color your bath water is. I'm gonna tell you, if your water turns black, somebody's definitely throwing magic over you, okay? Um, if your bath water turns black, then somebody's definitely throwing magic, okay? Or deep dark gray, okay? Those two colors, magic's being tossed, okay? And I would say do it again until your water run to its normal, you know, after you cleanse it and all that, you know. I know what color my bath water be every time I take a bath. So if it's not the same and it's off, trust it and do it again, okay? Cleanse again. All right. I feel like there's a lot of people playing in magic. And the only reason why I can say I feel that is because a lot of people getting ready to come into union. And the closer y'all get to union, the harder they get to throwing this shit, okay? Maybe that's why y'all need to be upping your protection, okay? All right. Ooh, I hope they don't get on my bed. right. Jeremiah 42. If you're wondering, the Most High tasked me to go through this whole chapter without stopping, okay? I am to complete the entire book of Jeremiah, okay? There is a good reason for it. I've been picking up some gems off here. So, alright, I will be reading, channeling, and decoding messages that I pick up, you know. The Most High will be speaking through me at those times of what needs to be told to you all, okay? And that's it, you know. All right, so Jeremiah 42 verse 1, the flight to Egypt forbidden. Now all the captains of the forces, Jonathan, the son of, and yeah, I don't know if that got cut out of there too. Yeah, because Spirit's making me start back over on this one. Because these are the things they cut out. It was a message about Korea being attacked. South Korea plotting an attack on North Korea. Okay? I don't know why I got that the last time, but yeah. Jonathan, the son of Korea, what is it? Oh, I thought someone else coming in. Jezaniah. I may not be saying these names right, but hey, we'll get through it. Jezariah, the son of Hoshea, and all the people from the least to the greatest came near and said to Jeremiah the prophet, please let our petition be acceptable to you and pray for us to the Lord your God for all the remnants, since we are left but a few of many. These were the poor people that was left behind after Nebuchadnezzar took all the other people back to Babylon. He left the poor. Let's see. A few of many, as you can see, that the Lord your God may show us the way in which we should walk and the things we should do. Then Jeremiah the prophet said to them, I have heard indeed. I will pray to the Lord your God according to your words. And it shall be that whatever the Lord answers you, I will declare it to you. So they said to Jeremiah, let the Lord be a true and faithful witness between us, if we do not do according to everything which the Lord your God sends us by you, whether it is pleasing or displeasing, we will obey the voice of the Lord our God, to whom we send you, that it may be well with us when we obey the voice of the Lord our God. And it happened after 10 days, that the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah. Then he called Johanan, the son of Korea. I say Korea. It might not be the name. All the captains of the forces which were with him, and all the people from the least even to the greatest, and said to them, thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, to whom you sent me to present your petition before him. If you will still remain in this land, then I will plant you and not pluck you up. For I relent concerning the disaster that I have brought upon you. Do not be afraid of the king of Babylon, for whom you are Lord. For whom you are afraid, do not be afraid of him, says the Lord. For I am with you to save you and deliver you from his hands. And I will show you mercy, that he
Battery is low. Please charge as soon as possible.
That he may have mercy on you and cause you to return to your own land. But if you say, we will not dwell in this land, disobeying the voice of the Lord your God, saying, no, but we will go to the land of Egypt, where we shall see no war, nor hear the sound of the trumpets, nor be hungry for bread, and there we would dwell. Then hear now the word of the Lord, O remnants of Judah. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel: If you wholly set your face to enter in Egypt and go to dwell there, then it shall be that the sword which you feared shall take you there in the land of Egypt. The famine of which you were afraid shall fall close after you there in Egypt, and there you shall die. So that's to confirm what I was saying about Egypt being the Holy Land, being a sacred place, a heaven's university. Thank you, Spirit. That is exactly how you had me say it last time, that it was a place of knowledge, a place to go pray, a place to worship. After he had them build everything over there, and then they turned around, and now they desecrating, they tearing the noses off, they doing all that shit. They hide information from us, they scribbled out and destroyed a lot of the information that was written on the walls. And they've been using that same power over the people, keeping them asleep. For thus say the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel: Is my anger and my fury have been poured out on the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so will my fury be poured out on you when you enter Egypt, and you shall be on an oath. Be an oath, an astonishment, a curse. I told y'all cursed yourself, and a reproach. And you shall see this place no more. The Lord has said concerning you, O remnants of Judah. So when y'all took y'all ass over there digging up them tombs, taking them artifacts up out of them tombs, you was warned off the messages that you got, off the artifacts that you took, that it spoke of a great curse that you did not believe in. That shit is real, and that's why the Most High gave you enough rope to let you keep hanging yourselves. I warned y'all 3 years ago to get the hell out of Egypt and stop digging up them tombs. So now he is enacting what he's talking about now. These curses. Do not go to Egypt. Now certainly that I have admonished you this day, today, hello. For you were hypocrites, in your heart when you sent me to the Lord your God, saying, pray for us to the Lord our God, and according to all that the Lord your God says, so declare to us, and we shall do it. And I have this day declared. Today is October the 14th. And the Most High is declaring today, through me, that those curses will be activated. Y'all had a 3-year warning to cleanse yourself from that area and stop taking from it. But no, still looking. What did I leave off most time? And I have this day declared it to you, but you have not obeyed the voice of the Lord your God, or anything which he has sent you by me. Now therefore know certainly that you shall die by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence, in the place where you desire to go dwell. So keep carrying your ass on over there. Y'all gonna start dropping off like flies. Either by through famine, you fuck you up where you ain't gonna be able to eat. You ain't gonna hold nothing down. You know. You ain't gonna be able to eat. You know, famine ain't gotta come across like it's spoken in the Bible, like how they showed in the in that movie. Nah, famine can be, he can fuck you up so bad where you ain't even gonna be able to eat. You know, isolated famine incidents, starving yourself to death. You don't know why. That's God doing it to you. Then, what else did you say? Pestilence. And by the sword. Somebody walk up and just stab your ass. You're going to be wondering why. Okay? Or you're going to carry your ass over there and one of them booby traps going to set off and stab your ass. Keep going on over there. He told y'all 3 years ago, come up out of Egypt, that land has been laid claim. It's claimed that land is holy, and y'all are desecrating. Now y'all can cut that out this read if you want to. I hate to be you. I don't know why people want to say Psalms. Okay. Jeremiah 43. Jeremiah taken to Egypt. Now it happened, when Jeremiah had stopped speaking to all the people, all the words of the Lord their God, for which the Lord their God had sent him to them. All these words that Azariah, the son of Hoshea, Jothana, the son of Korea, and all the proud men spoke, saying to Jeremiah, you speak falsely. Okay. The Lord, I thought I was playing with y'all there. I would not be on this channel reading this Bible to y'all. Okay? Most High commissioned me to doing this. Alright? So, y'all had 3 years warning to come out of Egypt, digging. That land is forbidden. Not because it's evil or demonic, but because it's holy. It's not meant for you to go over and do what you're doing. You speak falsely. The Lord our God has not sent you to say, do not go to Egypt to dwell there, but Baruch, the son of Neriah, has set you against us and delivered us into the hands of the Chaldeans, that that they may put us to death and carry us away captive to Babylon. So Johanan, the son of Kareah, all the captains of the forces, and all the people would not obey the voice of the Lord to remain in the land of Judah. But Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces took all the remnants of Judah who had returned to dwell in the land of Judah from all nations where they had been driven, men, women, and children, the king's daughters, and every person from whom Nebuzaradan, and here we go, Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, I ain't saying this shit right, the son of Shaphan, and Jeremiah the prophet, and Baruch, the son of Neriah. So they went to the land of Egypt, for they did not obey the voice of the Lord, and they went as far as, oh Lord, help me with this, Most High, Tahpanhes. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah in Tahpanhes, saying, take large stones in your hands and hold them in the take large stones. Hey, come here. Make sure my speaker on the charge because it keeps on and all that. Is it on the charger? Is the light on? You know, I find it funny. When I was chanting, it was interrupting. But when I was reading, it ain't said a word. Huh. Okay, thank you, baby.
Okay, thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome, sweetie. Really? Hello? Really? Okay, yeah, go. Make sure you bring it back. Go out there and do that. The girl. Woo. Call up. Thank you. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah and Tahpanhes that take large stones in your hand and hide them in the sight of the men of Judah. I lost my place. In the clay, in the brick courtyard, which is at the entrance of Pharaoh's house, in Tahpanhes, and say to them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, beyond I will send and bring Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will set him his throne above these stones. What was I at? above these stones that I have hidden, and he will spread his loyal pavilion over them. When he comes, he shall strike the land of Egypt and deliver a death, those appointed for death and captivity, those appointed for captivity and the sword, and those appointed for the sword. I will kindle a fire in the house of the gods of Egypt, and he shall burn them and carry them away captive, and all shall array himself with the land of Egypt, as a shepherd puts on his garment. Look, you know what? Look, girl, make it your last round. Bye. I love you too, nigga. Woo. What was I at, Spirit? Hidden. I will kindle a fire in the house of the gods of Egypt. And those are lowercase gods. Hold on, I got a question, Most High. Because I know I heard this earlier. So, earlier I heard you say that, let me clarify. Was that you I heard say this, what I'm about to say? I know you know what I'm finna say. So that was you I heard. Okay, good. So, earlier I heard you say that Egypt was good until Cleopatra came in and brought in the traders. And brought in these false gods and idols. Okay. Okay. When she married the Roman. Alright. Was I right there? Okay. What was that? And he shall array himself with the land of Egypt as a shepherd puts on his garments, and he shall go out from there in peace. He shall also break the sacred pillars of Beth Shemesh that are in the land of Egypt, and the houses of the gods of the Egyptians he shall burn with fire. Israelites, chapter 44, Israelites will be punished in Egypt. The word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the Jews who dwelled in the land of Egypt. Now, that's another topic me and the Most High was talking about. I asked him, was the Egyptians Jewish? And he said, yes. So the Egyptians were Jews too. For those that didn't know. And the word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the Jews who dwell in the land of Egypt, who dwell in Migdal, at Tapenhes, at Noth, and in the country of Pentros, Pathros, saying thus say the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, you have seen all the calamity that I have brought on Jerusalem and all the cities of Judah. And behold, this day they are a desolation, and no one dwells in them, because of their wickedness which they have committed to provoke me in anger. Cleopatra marrying that Roman, bringing them into that land. Wow. Okay. Um. Thus said the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, you have seen all the calamities that I have brought to Jerusalem and all the cities of Judea, and behold, this day they are in desolation, and no one dwells in them, because of their wickedness, which they have committed, and to provoke me to anger. And that they went to burn incense and serve other gods whom they did not know, all my servants, the prophet, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not do this abominable thing that I hate. But they did not listen and inclined their ears to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense to other gods. So my fury and my anger were poured out and kindled in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, and they were wasted and desolate, as it is this day. Now therefore thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, why do you commit this great evil against yourselves, to cut off from you men and women, children and infants out of Judah, leaving none to remain, in that you provoke me to wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense to other gods in the land of Egypt, where you have gone to dwell, that you may cut yourselves off and be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. You have forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which is committed in the land of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem. They have not been humbled to this day, nor have they feared. They have not walked in my law or in my status that I set before you and your fathers. Therefore, thus say the Lord of hosts and the God of Israel, behold, I will set my face against you for catastrophe and for cutting off all Judah, and I will take the remnants of Judah who have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt, to dwell there, and they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt. They shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine. They shall die from the least to the greatest, by the sword and by famine, and they shall be an oath of astonishment, a curse, and a reproach. For I will punish those who dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence, so that none of the remnants of Judah who have gone into the land of Egypt to dwell there shall escape or survive, lest they return to the land of Judah, and which they desire to return and dwell. For none shall return except those who escape. Then all the men who knew that their wives had burnt incense to other gods, with all the women who stood by, a great multitude of all the people who dwelt in the land of Egypt and Patros, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for this word that you have spoken to us in the name of the Lord, we will not listen to you. But we, that's a common thing we have. Disobedience, ignorance, blatant disrespect. That is a pattern that has not stopped plaguing the man. We will not listen to you, but we will certainly do whatever has gone out of our own mouth. But what I don't understand, why in the heck did they have Jeremiah go petition God to save them, and then when God tell them where to go and what to do, oh, you lie, you false claiming. Why? Because you're scared. You let your fears drive you into a place that you was told not to go, instead of being obedient and trusting that God had your back. As for the word that you have spoken to us in the name of the Lord, we will not listen to you, but we will certainly do whatever has gone out of our own mouth, to burn incense to the Queen of heaven and pour out drinks of drink offerings to her, as we have done, we and other fathers, our kings and our princes, in the city of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then we had plenty of food, were well off, and saw no trouble. But since we stopped burning incense to the Queen of heaven and pouring out drink offerings to her, we have lacked everything and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. I want to speak on that, because all too often people want to cling to material possessions, material things, and once you realize you got all the material values that you want, you're still not happy. You still don't have that joy, that love, that peace in your heart. Instead, you sit up there and you live with shame, you live with guilt, and you live with greed, because you want more, because you're not satisfied, and you don't know how to satisfy that hole in your heart. When God take you through a phase of drought, I'm gonna say drought. When God take you through a phase of drought, it's to cleanse you, to purify you, to get you ready for what He got in store for you. But it requires trust, patience, and obedience. And when you don't have trust, faith, and obedience, that's when you miss out on your true blessings. So people like that, I'm just gonna do it my way. Because when I was doing it this way, everything was good, but you don't know who you was talking to. Like God said, them guys don't even know you. Huh? But yet you giving to them. But what price are you not seeing the price that you have to pay to have what you have? You know? Then why are you begging and pleading to me to save you? You're not happy. You still greed and fiend for more. That is the price you're paying. But when you let me guide you, I can fill that hole. I can fill that void. I can teach you how to become happy and still have all those things. But it requires faith, patience, and obedience. The woman also said, and when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drinks offering to her, did we make cakes for her and worship her and pour out drinks offering to her without her husband's permission? Then Jeremiah spoke to all the people, the men, the women, and all the people who had given him that answer, saying, the incense that you burn is in the city of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. You and your fathers, your kings and your princes have the people of the land. Did not the Lord remember them, and did it not come to his mind? So the Lord could no longer bear it, because the evil of your doings, and because of the abomination which you committed. Therefore your land is desolate and astonished, accursed and without an inheritance, as it is this day because you have burned incense, and because you have sinned against the Lord and walked in his law, in his statutes, or in his testimonies. Therefore the calamity has happened to you at this day. Moreover, Jeremiah said to all the people and to all the women, hear the words of the Lord, all Judah, who are in the land of Egypt. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, you and your wives have spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we will surely keep our vows that we have made, to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and pour out drink offerings to her. For you will surely keep your vows and perform your vows. Therefore, hear the word of the Lord, all Judah, who dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, said the Lord, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any men of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord God lives. Behold, I will watch over them for adversity and not for good. And all the men of Judah who are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, until there is an end to them. Yet a small number who escaped the sword shall return from the land of Egypt to the land of Judah, and all the remnants of Judah who have gone to the land of Egypt to dwell there shall know whose word will stand, mine or theirs. And this shall be the sign to you, says the Lord, that I will punish you in this place, that you may know that my word will surely stand against you for adversity. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will give Pharaoh Hophara, king of Egypt, into the hands of his enemies, and into the hands of those who seek his life, as I gave Zedekiah, king of Judah, into the hands of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, his enemy who sought his life. Do I continue? That's it. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. Those are the judgments of the Most High God. Sending you all out peace, love, and light. And please don't cut this one out this time. Peace.